That's your little dog?
You can do it. Wonder Wheel. I don't want to go through life being a Wonder Wheel murderer.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Collectible Past with two guineas. And tonight it is just two guineas. Hello, Lasso. I see you're in the chat. Hello, Darren, like my father before me. We got some good people out there. Adam is out there. Gap After Dark. Draven. What's up, everyone? Tommy, how you doing tonight, brother?
Doing good. And what's going on, Sambo Gogo, who just popped in the chat as well? What is up? Nice to see you all. Another fun day. Buckle your asses down. We're going to talk some toys and have some fun. Can you imagine? Let's have some fun. Let's talk about the fun stuff. And let's let the haters hate on the programs they supposedly can't stand.
Right.
Bunch of goddamn liars.
Just like Zach, no affiliations tonight. Anyway, it's toys tonight. It's toys tonight. So let's talk toys. What you got cooking there, Tommy? What cool figures have you picked up?
A lot of cool figures that have been coming in recently. Of course, as always, I do have a bunch of pre-orders through Transformers, and they are going to be the last of it as I'm moving away from Hasbro and their nonsense. But I will state that I don't know if a lot of these people, a lot of you out there are still collecting, going out to the stores and looking for some of these things. But I have noticed that a lot of these toy franchises, they're very sparse on the shelves now completely. Before it was the scalpers, but now it's the figures that nobody really wants. There's literally nothing on shelves. Like when I just took a glance over at the Transformer section of the aisle the past 2 weeks now at the Targets that I go to, they were bare of Transformer figures. And there was a few other aisles of figures like where they were pretty much bare too. I mean, there was literally nothing sitting on the shelves. And the other section of that shelf that was empty was mostly the G.I. Joe stuff. They have the same figures that have been sitting there forever, like Outback and that Bat figure that nobody wants. They're sitting on the shelves, but there's nothing new and there's nothing being added.
Dude, all right. So this is funny. You named two figures that, well, one I know isn't easy to get near me. That's Outback. And the Bat figure, they usually fly. I only seen them in stores once.
Dude, my targets are piled up with both of those figures. Like I couldn't spit down the G.I. Joe aisle without hitting those two figures. And of course, that is all I'm going to hit. Besides like the Super 7 Reaction Mini 3 3/4 ones. That's it. That's it.
Holy crap. By me, it's always Lady J and the movie Snake Eyes figures. A couple of those. Other than that, yeah, there's like no new G.I. Joe figures there. A couple times I saw the twins, Tomax and Zaymont.
Yeah.
The Powley twins. I seen those guys a couple times.
I did have one figure that popped out, and it's the first time I ever seen it in Target. And I snagged it as soon as I seen it. I do have the other standalone one, but I did pick up the Snake Eyes with Timber.
Oh, nice.
They had that sitting on the shelf, and I was like, what? This is like the first time I've ever seen it in any of the stores that I've been to. So I'm snagging that. Dude,
sweet. Yeah, I can't wait to see that review.
You're damn right. You're damn right, Sambo. Actually, Sambo. Absolutely. I was salty. There was no guinea pig Transformer toy in that store, and I am bitter about it.
Dude, I can't believe it, but just like you, man, my Target, the only Transformers that I've seen there are the Street Fighter crossover, and that's about it. Nothing else is there. And all right, maybe like the new cartoon for Bumblebee. Other than that, they didn't have shit. That thing was just cleaned out completely. And I'd say a couple of days before Christmas, they had a pretty decent amount of figures in there, but it was mostly Ironhide from '86, and then a day or two after Christmas, and then nothing. It's just completely empty. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? And like you said too, there's no eggs anywhere in stores. So they took all the eggs, they took all the Transformers, those sons of bitches.
I know, like everything's gone. Did you see this one by Gap After Dark? Have you all seen the new Batman Hush figure? I missed the damn pre-order. He looked really cool.
Is it the McFarlane stuff?
I believe so.
The only thing I've seen, I mean, I did see a 2-pack of Hush and Batman, but that was, I think, back in October. Unless there's another one that they released. I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Well, I know that they were doing some of the Death of Superman style stuff because they had Superman and Doomsday, and then they started doing some other characters from that comic as well. So yeah, I will say that at least McFarlane usually is adding stuff. It's just a shame that 90% of his stuff is like subpar.
Yeah, I gotta agree. I can't remember the last one that I picked up from him. And I'm pulling back a lot too. Like I don't care. Seeing what DC did, I know even like that throwaway story thing with the Joker, like that's enough for me to be like, no, I'm good. I'm gonna keep boycotting this shit.
Yeah,
it's not
it is
worth
McFarlane.
it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, if there is a certain storyline and characters that you like, and they actually did that style of figure, like I understand people wanting to get that stuff. I've done that myself a couple of times in the past, but yeah, I don't know. Lately, I haven't really been seeing anything that I want.
I did when I was talking about that Superman Doomsday. I seen the 2-pack for that. I will say that I thought that Doomsday looked a lot better than the Doomsdays I've seen before. But once again, there was still something off. Like the giant, bone protrusions on his shoulders were just sitting too far out. Like they look like super wide shoulder pads. Like I don't know why they started doing that. Wasn't that something that was like popped up in like one of the cartoons or something?
Possibly. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. I don't know how he decides to pick certain characters and the artistic choices that they make. I don't know what he's doing. It's weird. It's really weird. I'll say that much. Oh man, you had a mousetrap in Britain?
Oh shit, 1970s Monopoly set. Nice. Yeah, I picked up a few of the old 70s versions. I think a 60s and a 50s version of Monopoly that my dad had squirreled away in the house. So I got a few different generations of Monopoly.
Nice. Dude, that's cool. Well,
but if you don't mind, I want to kick it off with something short.
Yeah, go for it, brother.
So one of the figures that I did pick up like about a week or two ago was the Warrior, the Ultimate Warrior Lost. He's part of the Lost Tribe Predator figure from Predator 2 and 30th anniversary. Really love the way this figure looks. Once again, I'm going to show a clip of this one. This is something actually I pulled from my shorts videos. I really love the way that they're doing a lot of these Predator figures, and I think this one shows. So, guys, awesome. Let us know what you think about this one.
But here we go, and it's horror related. So what do we got to show off today from NECA? From Predator 2 to 30th anniversary, we've got the Ultimate Warrior Predator. Another one that looks absolutely fantastic. I am loving this series, and we're going to get this sucker out and take a look at it. So out of the package, this one looks pretty damn cool. As always, the detailing on these figures is absolutely amazing. With a lot of the standard accessories we see, including the blast for his shoulder cannon, I want to show these unique pieces, his big, sharp, pointy axe. And yes, this thing does have some good points on it. The amazing articulation, and of course, the mace what he comes with as well. And remember, guys, a freshly clean stripe. Wants to know what you think about this.
So, I did make a slight mistake there. I said mace, and it does say mace on the packaging. And technically, it's not a mace; it is a flail because it actually has a chain on the end. So there's that. Well, because a mace is actually a straight handle with the ball at the end. So,
dude, I gotta say though, man, that does look killer. I love those weapons. That giant staff axe thing he's got. That's pretty wicked too.
And that was one of the reasons soon I seen it, I was like, oh, I mean, I was going to get it anyway because it's part of the collection. He's number 6, and I forget where I left off in my collection. I forget if I was up to number 4 and I missed number 5 and then got 6, or if I had 1 through 5. I can't recall. I think I have 1 through 5, and this is 6. So I'm actually progressing up the ladder of all the figures that are in that collection. But the minute that I seen that they had a unique weapon with him as part of that 30th, That's when I was like, oh yeah, hell yeah, this is what I want to see. Because other than the armored lost predator with his light up helm, a lot of the other figures all had pretty much standard accessories. Like they were all that you could
Yeah.
interchange them because they were all basically same. Seeing something different in the packaging with this guy is actually was like, yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, this is what they need to do more often.
Yeah, I like that they're doing that too. And yeah, Soul Assassin is right. I like that they're expanding upon it. They really are. They're like that one. What is it? The Scout one. He's got like that giant gun.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, there's some pretty cool designs. The Shaman one looks really good too.
Well, I don't know if you noticed this or not, Vinny. I actually did. I've got it set up for a full length video for the Ultimate Warrior, and what I do is I go into the detail and the lore that they actually put on the back of the boxes. Now, I don't know if they were doing that with all the older ones, but yeah, they got a full breakdown of who this guy is, this Ultimate Lost Warrior Predator, and what his whole philosophy is and why he fights with these type of weapons. Like really interesting backstory stuff.
Nice. I dig that, dude. Again, it's my hat goes off to that because I mean, you're putting out a good presentation for these figures. Yeah, backstory I think is important, especially with these new kind of predators that you're doing. So I think they're doing an excellent job. Good for them. They're making good use of that license. That's for damn
yeah,
sure. They are. But yeah, I had a really cool piece that a friend actually gifted me. One of my best friends. He hooked me up with that Sergeant Slaughter figure from G.I. Joe Classified, and I will show that to you guys. Kind of debuting it here. I did not. It's not public yet, but yeah, you guys get to get a first look at good old Sarge, and damn. They did a really killer job on this. But my big gripe is this god awful packaging. I don't know what the hell they're thinking doing this. Not having a window so you can see your figure, that is dropping the ball.
Unfortunately, I will double down on that one with the Snake Eyes and Timber that I just picked up today. Same thing, completely sealed up box, so you can't actually see the figures.
Yeah, that really sucks. But I mean, something like Snake Eyes, I guess you get away with it a little bit more because he doesn't really have a face. But for me, one of the biggest aspects is you want to make sure you have a figure that doesn't have a janky paint job, right? How many times have we seen that in the stores where things are really awful, like on the face? Let's say there's an eye that's too low or a mustache would be, kind of screwed up. That's why I don't like when they do that. One. Two, this is like a piss poor excuse because I like that they keep saying like they go green, these companies. Like, yeah, we're not going to have harmful plastics. Because you open this guy up, he's got yarn that's tied up. It almost looks like a open coffin. As everything is like cardboard and it's waste of paper completely. Like, I don't know what the hell they were thinking. If you do plastic or you go all plastic, that's even better because you're not destroying trees and forests. Like, I don't know why they keep saying or choosing different fucking ways of going about this stuff. But nah, you got to go back to the other packaging. And I know a lot of their figures, it's like a mix. I'll pause it for a second because I think they did do a pretty good job with the likeness because they tried to do like a balance, I guess, between the real life Sergeant Slaughter and the cartoon with the face. Mm-hmm. So at certain angles, I mean, you could see it's Sarge. But they kept the aesthetic, like when you put the hat and the glasses on them, like it feels like it's just ripped right out of the cartoon. So that's something I'll give him credit on. He does have a very clean paint job. That's cool too. But again, and like Tommy was saying too, for collectors, we want to see the actual figure because a lot of big collectors, they're keeping the boxes on these things, and especially at the price of some of these figures, it would kind of hurt to have to throw out boxes, so yeah, they got to get back to doing the other packaging.
Well, you know what? I think there's actually a compromise in here. Yeah, so do you know those hard style cardboards that they do for certain containers where it's like it's a very rigid type of cardboard where they can mold it and press it into any shape they want, where sometimes they put electronic components for TVs and stuff like that in these little like cardboard clamshells. But it's a harder type cardboard. Why don't they do something like that to sit the figures in?
Again, there's other options for sure. There are definitely ways of doing it. But what they did here to me is like a joke and an embarrassment. When you open up this figure, first of all, you could hear everything loose in the box too. You shake the box around, it's like what the hell? So he has these pieces of cardboard here, and it's folded over and then taped down. So it's not just this one piece that you see there. Like this is just a total waste, and it makes no sense for the whistle and his little whip thing or whatever the hell you want to call that. He's got his machine gun in here. Like it makes no sense. Then all this for his glasses, and then you have a whole box or a whole bag rather that it's all his loose hands, his hat, and yeah, 2 extra pieces from the gun. Like that banana clip thing and the flashlight. Like they could have been molded onto the actual gun. Like it made no sense. This was cool. They had the little version of him.
Okay.
Like that was pretty cool. I'll give them that. But all that other packaging, like none of it makes sense why they did that.
Considering that there's 10 times more plastic in the toy than there would have been in the clear plastic window.
Well, yeah, and then the clear plastic window, it's molded anyway. So all those pieces are going to be held perfectly. They're not going to bend. They're not going to have any issues. No, let's chop down more trees just to wrap everything like 50 different times, in cardboard. Just, oh my God, it's stupid. I made a short about that too. It really annoyed me. But yeah, the minifigure is cool. I do like the little minifigure that he came with. And they did it in a way too. You could kind of fold back the little plastic and slide the figure out if you want. I didn't. I just left it as is for now. But yeah, I think the aesthetic is really great. His legs look like they're all brand new. The arms are not, because you can see the pins in the arms. Pinless in the legs, but he's got pins in the arms. So that's reuse from another figure. It could be Gun Ho or Roadblock, I think. But yeah. This was nice. Like I said, they did a good job. It's, you get your classic kind of packaging for the tiny version.
Yeah, I've got a few of the micros. So usually the micros actually come in like a collapsible or plastic container that, it looks like the packaging, but it's got like an open window plus an opening door in the back. But that is kind of cool that they just threw that in as an extra.
Yeah, that was a good extra. But like I'm saying, like this was almost perfect. Had they done the proper packaging and you could see everything that you're buying in the box, I mean, I would have been a way smarter move. And, something like that, especially with a character like this, because it's not just for G.I. Joe fans. It's also wrestling fans. We all grew up watching this stuff. So it's like, oh, yeah, if it had nice packaging, yeah, I'd probably get another one and put it on the wall, A lot of people do that. But, hey, it is what it is, right?
Hey, what up, Slasher? He
up,
said,
man?
I always love how Sergeant Slaughter action figures are way more diesel than he's ever been in his life.
Yeah.
What's up, Darren? Darren, I want the packaged mini. Peter Charon's back in the chat. What did I miss?
What's up, man?
and everybody's talking about the mini version is awesome. A few people had said something about his hands look like got blown up by a hand grenade.
No, they did a nice job on the hands. I was surprised that they added that many in there.
Did you see what Soul's Assassin said?
No.
I've been hearing people finding cardboard boxes filled with other figures instead of the one on the box. And see, that's part of the problem and not being able to look in and see what the figure is.
That's a huge problem because that's what happens. Yeah. Scumbags will do that. They'll take these figures, will get what they want, and then they want their money back because guess what? These things are now very expensive. This guy alone, he ranges, I think, if you were able to find them somewhere, he ranges for about 35. But all these specialty stores, they're selling them for about 45. It's really horrible what they're doing. Your standard G.I. Joe figures anywhere between $21.99 and maybe $25.99, depending what stores and what parts of the country you're in. But yeah, for Sergeant Slaughter, they upped that price in a big way. And if that's the direction they're going, there's not going to be many people buying these things. Like I said, this was gifted to me by an awesome friend, and my hat goes off to him because this thing was really cool. I would have liked to have gotten them, but I'm like, so some of these things are too expensive. So I don't know. And I did have the other version. I do a comparison. So I have the one from Valorverse, and that's still a really nice figure. But this thing is like accurate to the cartoon. Which, like Slasher was saying too, he's way more jacked than Diesel. Sergeant Slaughter was never that big, and he never really had a six pack. But in the G.I. Joe cartoon, man, this is how he looked. He was like top heavy, and the articulation is really nice. I don't understand why they keep doing this hinge joint. If they did the diaphragm and you put like that half ball joint or full ball joint in there, you're gonna get all the motion that you want, and it's gonna look really nice. Over here, they give you that stupid kind of T-looking cut, and then you have like a quarter circle in there, and you get a little bit of pivot. Legs are really nice. You could do the full Van Dams. They are drop down hips, so just be careful with how you when you move them around. You don't want to break nothing either. Upper thigh rotation, double knee. He's got rotation by the boot on the top, and he's got the nice kind of swivel and hinge for the foot. So
I noticed a
really
lot
nice.
of these companies are doing that. NECA was doing it. Even Mattel is doing it with their re-releases of their Origin figures, where they got that full tilt and ball swivel on the ankles
man.
now.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, hey, that's the way to do it. You want to figure you get into a good stance. So I think they did a nice job. Again, I love the classified line. We get the kind of 6.5 inch figures that kind of fit with anything else that you collected around that same size. So that was really cool. And again, I love figures you could articulate. You could put them in all kinds of different poses. It does help for artists as well if you're thinking about a different pose and you can't really get it in your head. Just kind of get a slight idea for it. There's lots of reasons for having cool figures that you can articulate like that. But yeah, no, it's awesome. The material, the kind of plastic that they used for his hair was for his head was really good as well. It's softer. The other Sergeant Slaughter I have, it's very rigid. But this one's good because you can kind of get it on his head in a really secure way, and it'll never fall off.
So in a breakdown between the two, because I know you were talking about how great that secondary market or third market one was. What would you say was the winner, this one or the other one?
Well, I got to say the other one was officially licensed. It was.
Okay. So it's like it's second party, not third party.
Yeah, it's not third party. No, it's officially licensed. That company, that guy, he's got his own comic book series too that it's all based on. I was unaware of that at the time, but I gotta say I'm leaning towards Hasbro only because they've been doing this for a lot longer, and I do love the cartoon aesthetic of this guy. So like I said, he his upper half is huge. And it works for this line because in the cartoon, I mean, he was a beast when we saw him in those episodes, and he was literally beating up Cobra with his bare hands, And I think this really works. Here he is with one of the twins. I want to do a full review on these guys too because I thought they came out so beautiful, and as a kid, that was like some of my favorite characters too. But hell yeah, man! No, I think they're doing an awesome job. It's a shame that these prices are shooting up and they keep changing packaging. That makes no sense.
Here's one thing I would say is the packaging is irritating. It's grating. That kind of stuff is more than irritating. I think the thing that disappoints me the most with Hasbro is their recent woke leanings. Like how far that they're pushing into it. And it's not just with the Transformer shit. It's with the stuff that they've been doing for a long time with TSR and allowing TSR to do stuff. And now they're like pushing even heavier on it to the point where they're going to tell independent creators, if you make anything that's based or even resembles a Dungeons and Dragons type of game, we're coming after you. It's that kind of woke bullshit that is actually going to wind up pushing a lot of people away from wanting to buy anything from them.
Which you know what? I know they tried something like that already, and it's not going to stick. The Dungeons and Dragons thing, it's not going to stick, and you could have major lawsuits with that stuff too. There's a lot of hypocrisy going around. I think it's also because they're desperate. They want extra money because they know a lot of people. They are giving up. They stopped collecting a lot of things. Gap After Dark, he's making a good point about McFarlane figures. The quality, some of them do break easily. I know most of the stuff they've been doing, it's like almost exclusively all outsourced to China. So the quality control isn't really there. Um, I know they've had major problems in the past, major, because they were using like cheaper plastic, and sometimes like the adhesives and stuff that they use on the figures, they weren't well done either, or they were sloppily applied. You'd have figures where you go to move like and again, because the articulation was crappy back in the day, he only wanted like those like a mini statue, something you could like, kind of pose and get minimal movement out of. But collectors wanted more articulation, so that's why he kind of changed things over time. I was there when he was kind of transitioning into figures that had more joints in them, and I know when I was there, I was one of the influences as well, looking at Japanese figures, the imported figures, because they were trying different stuff with their articulation. Back in the day, we didn't really have too many figures that had ball joints with the bicep rotation, double hinge elbows.
You know what? You know what's funny about that? At some point, no, we didn't. But before, like Star Wars took off with that Kenner line, we did actually have ball joints in the 70s. When I was a kid, there was a few toy lines out there that had them. Like one of them was Takara with their Microman line.
Yeah,
the Microman line, they had ball joints, they had swivels, they even had like a little bit of a chest turn and everything. They had all that shit, and then it just got lost. It got lost because Kenner came out with these like static posed figures. Yeah.
Yep. The cheap stuff. You just said it though. Takara, it's a Japanese company. That's they were thinking about this stuff more than anybody else, and they applied it in a good way. I was going to say, that's why I have pause over here too, just to kind of show you the difference. Obviously, this one's a little bit shorter. He's still just about the same size as a G.I. Joe figure, the classified stuff. But you can see his upper half is a lot smaller. But I do like he's got underneath this thing, he's got like the proper kind of ball joint for the diaphragm. And you can get great movement out of this guy. The plastic seems a little bit different too. It's a little more shiny. The face is obviously a little bit different. They went more comic book style with this one, because again, that's part of what this wave was. And don't forget, Sergeant Slaughter gave me a retweet and props on this as well for the review I did on this guy. So when I post this one, I'll tag him as well. But
yeah, I could definitely see in the side by side. I could definitely see where the joints look a lot closer in and tighter, and it's a little bit less with the seams that you see on this second party one.
Yeah.
And the only reason I say second party, because first party obviously is Hasbro, because they hold and control the license. So
yeah, no, I'd say so too. I guess they went straight to Sergeant Slaughter. That's why they got the official they got license for his likeness and everything. But the cool thing about Valaverse as well, like you could remove like these pieces on his legs. You could remove that upper half, so you could have him looking more classic, Sergeant Slaughter. The boots are pretty much the same. Although I like that they painted the laces and stuff and the tongue of the boot on that side. Like I said, there's some pros and cons to both of them, but depending on what you're kind of looking for, because you could get the Valaverse one in a lot more poses, I think. But again, the Hasbro one, closer to the cartoon accuracy for sure. Even his colors, I like that they added the whistle. His glasses are better. I forgot to take the other ones out of the packaging for the other dude, but I do like them both. Again, I'm still happy that I have both of them. And you can get a totally different look for this one as well. He also comes with like a vest that you could put on in place of that. So you can have 3 different looks for that figure. And his weapons, I think he comes with just as many hands, and he's got like the giant hand cannon. It's like a 50 caliber handgun. He comes with a grenade launcher as well, and a backpack. The Hasbro one, he just comes with that machine gun. Different hands. But yeah, weapon wise, you're looking at the other figure for sure. But yeah. Either way, like I said, both of them are excellent figures. So I'm sure diehards are all going to be about this one. That's for sure. But Valaverse put out some quality stuff. I was thinking about getting more figures from them. When funds are doing a little bit better. But
Yeah, I hear you.
yeah, man, dude, I think we're all getting choked lately.
Angela says, he says, I stopped collecting any Power Rangers Hasbro stuff. Give me the Legacy collection back. And you know,
Mhm.
that's what a lot of this stuff. And I was kind of happy to see Hasbro was going that direction with Transformers, but
Yeah,
then they started putting that garbage all spark stuff out and some of this new shit that they're running with. And man, it looks like just absolute trash.
yeah. I gotta agree, man. I don't know. Some of the design choices that they make in these companies are terrible. They're really freaking bad. But yeah, man, I don't blame you for stopping your collection.
No,
Oh
no,
yeah,
really.
listen, guys. I'm sorry. I've been saying it for the longest time, and I know a lot of people have been fooled by other YouTubers. McFarlane is woke. There's no doubt about it. He is a lefty-leaning, commie type person for sure.
Well, when
Um,
you said that he was transitioning, I thought you were going to say into a can of tuna, but I didn't say anything because I want you to finish your thought.
I felt one coming, right?
What's going on, Happy
I,
Dino?
I almost dropped a joke myself, but yeah, man. How you doing? Thank you for popping in here tonight. But yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, they're figures. Whew. And I saw a couple of them. I did shorts on his new line of Spawn figures as well. They went so lazy on a couple of them. There's one, I guess they try to do like the anti-venom look where it's like a mostly white looking Spawn with some like black highlights here and there. And oh my god, dude, it's supposed to be an all white figure. And the way that they had painted it is like they gave him like the cream colored diapers. Then the plastic that they used on his legs and his midsection are like a darker green plastic that they painted like a cream color. So it looks like an unfinished, disgusting looking figure. It's got awful.
It's horrible. I had finally seen that one in person, and I was like, "Oh my god, what a piece of trash this thing
Oh,
is!"
terrible. Absolutely terrible.
God damn, Darren. He recently ordered a Batman for Prime One Studios, and his shipping costs $400. Oh my
Holy
god!
hell.
You got to be really careful when you're ordering from these companies. And I mean, you see the price, and oh man, this is a great price. Don't be fooled by that shit. Make sure you
Mhm.
check everything with their shipping, because there's a lot of people on eBay that do that same shit, man. They'll put it up for this amazingly low price, and like, oh god, what a deal! And most people don't even pay attention because they see the price and they click buy now. And next thing you know, it's some exorbitant price because of the shipping that gets tacked on. I've
Yeah.
seen it happen to people.
Yep. Well, I was going to order a figure a few months ago, and I'm like, oh, that's just a fantastic price. But it was like a deluxe figure. And then we went to shipping. I'm like, oh, that's where they get you. So I canceled the whole order. I'm like, nope, not doing it. Um, but yeah, I'm going to put this one up. I think tomorrow I'll officially put this one up. But yeah. For right now, like I'm glad you guys dig this one. This figure is a beautiful figure, no doubt about it. But be wary, he is pricey. You know, these guys they're going up in price in a stupid way. I'm sure because it's also officially licensed between him and GI Joe as well. So, um,
And then, of course, like we've talked about so many times before, the scalpers actually destroying the market out there by buying every single one off the shelves. So the people out there looking for them are having a harder time. And
yeah,
where are they selling them for those exorbitant fees, like they were talking about earlier with the shipping cost? It's
hmm
these damn scalpers.
yeah.
They're
Well,
killing the
great,
market.
great example. I wanted to get that uh, for Menasor Dead End. I went to go look for him, can't find him anywhere. The only place that has him is eBay, and he's going for like $65 up to. I even saw someone trying to sell him for $200. Like, are you insane? Like that's like a $20 to $25 figure at most, and they're trying to just gouge people because they know it's part of a set. It's part of if you want to finish your thing off, it's like, are you for real? These people are so disgusting. But yeah. And again, yeah, McFarlane is. Hey, McFarlane has 3 daughters and 1 son. So I should tell you right there, he's going to be listening to the hens in the house more than
Mm.
anybody else. But he's also
What's
again.
up, William?
What's up, William? Hey, man. What was that? Speaking of legacy, yeah. I have they done it yet? An unmasked sculpted Looks nothing like Serena Vincent. I have not seen it myself, but yeah, that would suck. I'm curious if she did have any input or signed off on the likeness.
Yeah, a lot of us don't anymore,
Mhm.
Gap. And
Yep.
it's one of the reasons why I'm backing away from Hasbro. I mean, I've been
Mhm.
touting the successes they've been doing for years with a lot of with these newer lines and the direction they're taking with what they're doing with the characters of these franchises and their new
Mhm.
cartoons, what they're getting ready to put into that new freaking movie where RC is all of a sudden a trans bot. That kind of shit I cannot get behind, and I'm going to need to just back away from Hasbro and all their products.
Yeah. And I don't blame you. Like I said, I'm not really picking up anything anymore either. I got a handful of figures I'll keep an eye out for, that I finish off certain collections. But yeah, I'm not running back to grab a lot of these things. It really sucks what they did between the companies with their woke nonsense and the price gouging all around now. It's really, really dirty.
Hey, what up, Frankie? It's
Hey,
inflation.
Frankie. Yeah, it really is. But so I'm glad you guys dug this review.
There was somebody. Hold on. They were asking about are they put together by hand? I know most of these figures aren't. These are all like factory made, and most of these, like Vinny said, they're being manufactured over in China.
Yep.
You know, whether or not they're being created here, as the artistic work and being sent over there, but yeah, most of them are being made over there. And as far as me and Vinny, if we were able to fund something like that time profit, I'm sure we would get together and make an action figure company. But the amount of capital you would need to start something like that, neither Vinny nor I have.
No, dude, it's pretty insane. It is.
But
But
if you know somebody that I could knock over for the money, be sure to DM me.
you're not wrong.
And Soul Assassin earlier, he'd said something about the Lost Armor Predator. Says you got the Lost Armor Predator, you have to get the Laser Shot and Spike Tail Predator since they go in another clan. I did see the Laser Shot, and I thought he was okay, but I thought he was, I don't know, too cartoony looking as compared to some of the other figures. Like it almost reminded me of like the old Kenner look, the way that they did the colors on that Laser Shot Predator. And it was the only reason I didn't pick it up. It did come with some really cool accessories and weapons and everything like that, but the coloring, I just didn't like it.
Yeah, for me, it's gotta look really good. If it's like super brightly colored or flat colors, yeah.
Gap, yeah. We've talked about it a few times. The first one that they're doing is their new show. I forget, is that Allspark or whatever the hell their new cartoon is? It could be even another Prime show. I don't remember exactly. But the first one they did was Nightshade from the original Sunbow cartoon, who was nothing but a mechanical ninja. She was created by a Japanese team in the storyline on the Sunbow cartoon, and Megatron reprogrammed her to attack the Autobots. Well, in this new series, she's a Transformer now, which, okay, whatever. They did make a character for her in the War for Cybertron line, and I forget which one it was. It could have been Earthrise or Kingdom. I don't think it was Siege. I think it was one of the later ones. But they created a Transformer character of Nightbird. Yeah, okay, fine, whatever. So she's a Transformer now. But she wasn't just a Transformer. She had to be a non-binary Transformer. And they had to make a big thing about that, apparently, in the cartoon. Now, as far as the Rise of the Beasts or Rise of the Beast, right? The new Transformer movie.
I think so.
RC is going to be listed as a character who asked to become a female. So she's going to be the first trans bot now. She requested being turned into a female. Is the new story
in the
that they're
movie?
leading with. That's what I hear. It's supposed to be in the movie.
Holy hell. Is it played by Ezra Miller?
It should be. Or what's that other one, that Ellen Page or whatever her new name is, or its name is, or I don't really give a rat's ass. It's still a female biologic.
Yeah.
It
really is. Dude, it's all ridiculous. But Gap, here's the thing, and this is how McFarlane fooled a lot of people. It's because he has a lot of darker stories, or he has gory stuff in there. But yeah, his views are more left for sure. and he's kind of anti-America, to be honest, too. I remember we were working there, we heard a few rumors, and then afterwards I saw some stuff and shit that he's actually said, and yeah, he's more pro Canada. I'm like, okay, then why are you here then? Why don't you take all your stuff from Tempe, Arizona, and go back to Calgary or something? You know, it's because America is good. Oh, America is where you made your fortune. Okay, so then maybe shut
how
up.
quickly they forget that shit. And have a good night, Darren. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, man, have a great one. But yeah, no, it's crazy, dude. It's crazy. You know, and I reviewed that Spawn Capullo, or I'm sorry, the Spawn Batman comic book. I did it as a no, I did a full video. Did like a 9 or 10 minute video. Ripped it to shreds. I mean, other than the artwork, that book is a piece of garbage through and through. It makes no sense, especially if you're a casual, you know, like a normie or whatever. You just went, oh, I remember the original. I want to see what's going on. This is a sequel. All right, let's check it out. You are going to be so lost. None of it makes sense on any level. Yeah, it's terrible stuff, dude. It's terrible.
You guys are killing me in the chat. Non-binary transformer gives a whole new meaning to more than meets the eye. Angela Straven said Transformers are robots. They are nothing but binary. Soul Assassin fires back with she got a tune-up or oil change. What's going on, Papa Cotton?
Yeah, she's not a trans man. She's just trans.
Todd McFarlane left.
That's perfect. Holy hell.
Hey, the time prophet can't move to America because you drive on the wrong side of the road. Bullshit.
You're wrong.
It's always the right side of the road, no matter where you drive, as long as you think you're right. Get it?
Yes. Oh, and speaking of other countries, hold on, but we got another cool one here. Again, I don't know anything about Dragon Ball Z. This was also gifted to me. I don't know if he wanted it back though. I got to double check with him, but I'm going to do a review on this guy. This Goku from Dragon Ball Z. Again, I know nothing about this, but I do like SH Figure Arts. I think it's a great company. Their articulation is really awesome. They do a good job at kind of hiding certain joints as well. Some look very obvious, but yeah, no, you can get these things into a lot of great poses. So I'll try to get a review of this guy out soon. But pretty cool looking. I'm not crazy again about like the design choices in the face and the hair. That's kind of one of the reasons why I never watched Dragon Ball Z. But,
yeah, my brother was huge in that, and he's got some of the old school figures that came out like, oh God, many years ago. But I know just a little bit about the show. Once again, it was one of the shows I didn't watch because I was already working by then. I was growing up and out the door working, folks. I didn't have time to watch Dragon Ball Z. So when that was on the air, yeah, I was too busy trying to make some green. So
yeah.
But I mean, as far as looking like the character and everything, it looks pretty good from what I remember seeing of the character. And yeah, as we know, SH Figure Arts, especially what I've seen what they did with their monster version of their figures with Godzilla and the Kong, like, holy shit, man, that company can actually kill it as far as articulation.
Yeah, I'd say so, man. Beautiful stuff. I got a bunch of those Street Fighter ones. I have a couple of the DC figures that they did as well. Like I have a Dark Knight Batman, the Christian Bale one. I got to review him. They're slightly smaller than your standard 6-inch figure. They feel slightly small in a slightly smaller scale, but I think they are beautiful though. Oh my God, the articulation is so fantastic. I have a Gal Gadot Wonder Woman as well from them. Mafex is good. Like they're in line with those figures. So if you have any Mafex figures, they're in scale with those. Because I do have a Henry Cavill Superman that's from Mafex, and it looks pretty cool. It fits with that wired cape and everything. Like again, I got a lot of great stuff I could review. I got a ton of stuff. So even if I'm not putting out brand new figures that are in stores, we'll still have some good stuff. And getting your Rebel Tech Woody. Brush your face. Your Tom Hanks impression. Well said. Where are the children?
Transfusion. The children. Blood. And Samba, you came close. It's Rocox in disguise.
Oh no! Holy hell! Oh,
Seen the Dragon Ball Z movie?
okay.
No, Time Prophet said he's seen the movie.
All right.
I'm just catching up with the chat. Yeah, I seen some of those Indiana Jones figures, and I was really thinking about getting them until all this other shit started dropping with Hasbro lately. And then, like, all the support that I was getting ready to put behind those Indiana Jones figures went right out the window.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like it's melty face as well. Like, I don't know. I'm not sold on the likeness on the figure. I mean, we'd have to see it in hand, but we can't because when you do see them in stores, the packaging is all control artwork. So, yeah.
Buy Star Trek triples, glue eyes on them, sell them as guinea pigs. Actually, no, I was actually talking to Chris Fisk about that. We're in discussion about how best to actually make a small little, not so much posable figures, but at least like little, I guess you would call them figurines of the guinea pigs. All,
Okay.
of course, in their collective version,
That'd be
with
awesome.
their cybernetics on them.
Almost like the muscle figures, like one mold.
Yes, yeah, possible. Well, the
great.
only problem we were running into, he said he wasn't sure if he would be able to mold the cybernetics onto the pre-existing guinea pig molds, or if they would have to be separated and then put on.
Mm.
But that was something we were talking about. But if these things are going to be tiny, that would be a pain in the butt to try to put something like that on.
It would only make sense to make it all solid piece.
I know trying to get somebody to actually, to pay somebody to do that kind of design work for me can get quite expensive.
Yeah. Yeah, because a good friend of mine, she does stuff like that. So she's working with Chris too right now on something. She needs someone to help her with digital printing. But
was that the retro one that they did, or the new 6-inch version, Soul Assassin? Because I know that retro one that actually looks just as ridiculous as the original one from Kenner did.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sold on those new 6-inch ones at all. I think they look pretty awful. I don't know, but I thought I'd show you guys a custom build that I did. I did this thing like maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Basically, I repurposed this figure from a bunch of other parts and things. I had a John Connor from the Christian Bale one, and his coat became confetti. The figure was ruined because of that. I'm like, oh shit. So I kind of repurposed a lot of that. And like the pants are from the John Connor figure, but the gun, the gloves, his boots, the body is just a random one that I got off of eBay that was a little bit bigger than your standard kind of 1/6 scale figure. And the vest is another company altogether, but the material is so durable. It's incredible what they did. Working vest and all these little pouches and stuff with the Velcro. It looks fantastic. I believe that was Damn Toys, and the head was another one that was like $20 or something online. But I do like the likeness on it. I thought they did a pretty good job. So I kind of have like a custom, I guess, commando or whatever. Arnie. So, and that was before he said, "Go F your freedoms, son of a bitch."
And I'm still saying it. Screw your freedoms. I even got rid of his icon off my wheel of figure faces.
Yeah, right.
Because I couldn't take it anymore.
I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you. I mean, I still enjoy those older movies. He's like one of the few, like I can still go back and watch those old movies and enjoy them. But like any new shit, like I got no interest. He's way too old for King Conan. I think it would be a waste anyway. All the stupidity that's going on in Hollywood and everything else. But at least we got some cool stuff. So I don't know. What do you think of the custom build, Tommy?
No, it looks pretty good. I mean, maybe the overall frame may be slightly smaller, but I
Hmm.
mean, still, it doesn't look bad at all.
Yeah, yeah, I get him in different poses and it looks better. But I could always swap out that body too because they have the those Fison ones, the silicone with the metal kind of endoskeleton thing.
Yeah.
They did two of them that were based off of Arnold, for when he won, Mr. Olympia and shit. It's the one that I use like for the Bane body. Um, so yeah, I could always do that. I always swap out that stuff. But yeah, like I said, it all depends too. But not too bad. Yeah, I don't have the patience right now to mess around with paints. That's why I haven't done it. He's kind of been sitting there for a bit. But yeah, no, yeah, a little bit of the camo. Yeah, they could really spruce this thing up in a big way as well. But not bad because I kind of had like I had a section of like my classic action hero guys. I had the I showed it on your stream. The Sylvester Stallone. I had that one. I had, um, yeah, Bruce Willis. I had him. I got the indie. So kind of like a little bit set on my those characters and those movies that I kind of grew up on. So
That's just amazing the options you got available now from these different companies that are not even working with all these companies, what they
oh,
can do.
dude, tell me about it. And for a while too, I didn't have this head on this body. I actually took the Hugh Jackman head that I had and I put it on him, and it looked fantastic. I think it fits even better on this body. I just swapped out the hands with the claws, so it looks like the military version of Logan. So like, yeah, again, you can play around, mix and match. If you get bored of this or you think this guy's a douchebag, pop the head off and put a different one on. So not bad. Oh wow, Lisa Marie Presley died.
No, that one doesn't come that big of a surprise.
Well, I haven't heard shit from. When's the last time we heard about her? Back when she was married to Michael Jackson. Sorry, I had the TV on. I turned my head and went, "Holy crap!" Well, that sucks. But anyway, there were some of those figures. I had the a couple of He-Man ones too that I put up as shorts. I don't know if any of you guys seen that.
Yeah, I got that Scareglow one that I did.
Yeah, that was cool.
I was really impressed with that one. Like, holy shit, was that done very well for the 40th when they re-released it? Because he actually came out. I think it was either the second or the third wave of the Origins figures. So this 40th one is a re-release, and I swear from the first few waves that I picked up figures, it seems like the articulation is just that much better. Like I said, like especially in like the ankles and everything, like full rocks in them now. So before there was like a little bit of back and forth and a tiny bit like turning maybe, but there wasn't much side to side. Now it's like full pivot all the way around in those Origin figures. Like Mattel is doing it right with those things.
That is killer, man. I tell you, I was tempted to get a couple of those Origin ones, but I was getting the Masterverse ones. I don't know. I just like the proportions better. But again, both are great. I came close to getting the 40th He-Man and Skeletor. I saw them a couple times, but I'm like, I can't. Because I know if I did, I'd end up like you. I'd be like, oh, it's a new line I need to get. Can't do it.
Well, I'm not picking up every single one in this.
Yeah, just the characters that you like.
Unfortunately, there's a whole lot of characters I like.
See, I had a similar issue too. Because all right, so as a kid, I loved Too Bad. I know you're more of like a goofy character.
My brother has that figure, and it's sitting in the back, and the arm still works, so it punches the other head.
That's great. That is awesome, man. But yeah. Here's the new one. I saw him in the store last time I was out, and it's the only one that they had. And I think the reason he didn't sell is because the one with the purple head, it was actually loose in the packaging. Like I guess it had fallen off. But I just like, oh, it's just a ball joint. You just pop it right back in. There's no problem. So yeah.
Well, the people that don't know when they're picking it, especially if their parents picking it up for a kid, they don't have no clue what it is.
Oh yeah.
And they'll see that and they're like, oh, it's broke.
That's a broken figure. But Yeah, no, I thought this thing looked great. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do a full review or I might do a mixed review with him and Roboto. But I love the new Eternia stuff, the Masterverse stuff that they're doing. You know, it has like a classic aesthetic, but you know, more like a modern kind of sculpt work on them and all that. So yeah, no, it's crazy. But yeah, they said that Lisa Marie she had the poke. Yeah, Jeff Beck as well. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Draven said it was cardiac arrest.
Oh.
Time Prav, yeah, it's happening every day. I mean, this has been going on for a while now. It's happening so frequently now that people are actually starting to take notice.
Oh yeah, it's sad for sure, sad and twisted. You know, it could be like Roboto. You get a pacemaker or something in there. But I thought this figure looked amazing. Again, they only had one in the store. I guess they had just put them out because usually everything was like, you know, picked clean. But yeah, these two guys, I'm like, holy crap! They had Stratos as well. If they still have them, I might. I couldn't at the time. You know, 2 figures was enough. But yeah, no, he's another character I loved as a kid. You know, I had him once. I think he broke, and I was never able to find him again. But I do like this Masterverse stuff they've been doing here. You know, I know it's more based on the Revelations crap, but I didn't care either way if it's in with the regular Masterverse stuff.
Well, yeah, I mean that's the thing, though. I mean, the cool thing that what they're doing is Mattel is actually paying attention because they know that there's some people that just can't stand that Revelation shit, and that's why they have part of the Masterverse, like the 40th anniversary,
Yeah.
you know, the 40th anniversary
Yeah,
line
they're
where they
mixing
did
it all.
He-Man. Yeah, they're mixing them up so this way collectors don't feel like they're supporting that thing that they don't like, but they can still enjoy a really good version of He-Man in more of a modern form. Like that He-Man, like I cannot say enough good things about that He-Man from that 40th Masterverse. That
Right?
thing was just amazingly made. The fact that not only that figure, and if you guys don't believe me, I've got it up on my channel as a short. I've got this damn He-Man holding up a battle bot, which is Hypershock, which is one of the heaviest of the battle bots that I have. Between him and Bronco, they're the 2 heaviest battle bots. He is holding it up all by himself. There's nothing supporting his legs. This is just his joints, and he's holding the damn battle bot above his freaking head. Now, I was in awe of that because I have never had another figure that was able to hold something up that was twice its own weight without falling down or the joints kind of just pulling down.
Right? Dude, I'm telling you, they are hitting home runs over there. Yeah, and I seen too, they also have 1/6 scale that Mondo, his company Mondo has been doing. He-Man, Skeletor, Hordak. I think those are the 3 that are out or are coming out. He-Man's been out, but they have all these swappable parts as well. The quality is so high. So whatever like Mattel is doing with their licenses, like they're doing the right thing. They're putting out quality stuff that people want. That's for sure. Because like I wasn't going to be collecting He-Man stuff again, but
Mattel, pay attention. Here's what once you do. Tell Kevin Smith to go suck a big fat
egg
cock rooster. And
Rooster.
tell him to hang out with the pink elephant and fire his ass. Bring somebody in that actually respects the franchise and reboot that freaking absolute disastrous cartoon mess that he sat behind with his figurehead, and get some people in there that respect the franchise. You want to see your toy sales soar? Put somebody behind it to show some love to this franchise and give all the fans, both new and old, what they really desire. A perfectly done He-Man without all the garbage thrown into it.
Or what Mattel could do with Kevin Smith is this.
And all day long, I put up a dog's ass. Just bang, bang, bang up his ass. That's my pleasure.
God, I love that clip.
Not okay.
I'm telling you, the dad from Friday, that's my spirit animal.
Dude, that guy's hilarious. I think every movie that he's been in, he's just, Holy crap, man! He
What a
steals
shame.
whatever
He was another one that passed.
Oh, recently?
No, I'm pretty sure that he passed. I'm pretty sure he did.
I don't know. We have to look it up. But you know, it's crazy. We were on another stream talking about some people. I think it was ETAP, and we were talking about a Police Academy, and there was the black one with the little mousy voice. Oh yeah, she died before all this stuff. I looked it up. I'm like, nope, she died during it, and it says mysterious causes, and they didn't say how she went, but we kind of know.
It's me, Mario Kartitis. Oh no!
So yeah.
Yeah, Angela said he passed a while back. I thought so.
Okay.
Yeah, because I could have swore I remember hearing about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kevin Smith was never the same after he gave up donuts.
I think that guy was always bitch made, and I think he just fooled a lot of people. Don't forget, he's in the same. Hold on, he was in the same circles with Weinstein. He knew all the crap that was going on, and he was defending him too at one point. So that was before he stopped eating donuts and whatnot.
Well, I was going to say, like as far as his cinematic destruction, I think that was that yoga hoser shit. What he did with his daughter, that was the worst piece of shit that I think I've ever seen in my life.
What, Tusk was before that?
I didn't see Tusk.
Neither did I.
My wife decided she wanted to watch Yoga Hosers, so we sat there and watched that. And I was like, "Oh my god, what a pile of shit!"
Yeah, terrible. I think he's a better director than he is a writer and all that stuff too, because he did that movie with Bruce Willis and who's the one who made all the money off of Walmart? Tracy Morgan. That movie was great, and he only directed it. He didn't write it. And I enjoyed the hell out of that one.
Angela, you like Tusk? Angela, you do have some strange taste in movies sometimes, though, bro. I'm telling you.
But he's a vampire, so I mean. Time Prophet, I appreciate it. I should have done the voice. That's for sure. Oh, no. It's me. I've seen him in person. He's got the biggest Friar Tuck bald spot on the back of his head. It's ridiculous. Yeah, and that was a long time ago when I met him. But yeah, that's why he's always wearing those stupid baseball hats.
It's such a shame. Why couldn't he stay like he was early on in his career?
Dude, I think he only had it in him for like one or two good movies. To be honest, I don't think he had the proper talent.
No, we were saying the other day, there was 4 movies that he did that I liked. I liked Clerks. I liked Clerks 2. I liked Mallrats, and I liked Dogma. Yeah. The other ones I didn't care for. Mm-hmm. I mean, Silent Bob, Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back was just it was
stupid.
The reboot was
didn't see it, didn't want to see it.
I seen it, and it was nothing to write home about. I tell you what, if you didn't see it, you didn't miss much.
Yeah, no surprise there. I don't know. These people just suck altogether.
But I got one more thing I wanted to bring up. I want to bring us back up a little bit. So obviously, one of the things I've been doing on my channel, guys, I've been doing a lot of stuff with BattleBots, and BattleBots are toys. So I put together a nice little 3-minute clip for those of you who have not stopped by and checked out the BattleBots to kind of get an idea of what I'm doing with them. So here we go.
It's over. Rocco has won. Here we go with the power of Rocco in the blue as he goes up against that wacky and just in the rain. Here we go with BattleBots. Nice push right there. Jock upended early. Another flip. And it's over. Rocco has won. Oh, there's a piece of minute for it. There's 2 pieces of minute for it. Bring it, it's over. Oh, And it's over. Tombstone has won. Oh, it's good right there. There was a piece of the bot with no name early. Tombstone struck versus another piece. Oh, there goes a piece of Tombstone. Oh, the bot with no name trying to slide back. Oh, there's a giant start to this one. There was a piece of Witch Doctor early. Witch Doctor right back at Tombstone. Oh, 2 pieces of Witch Doctor are gone. Witch Doctor in a lot of trouble, and it's over already. Tombstone, there goes a piece of Vita. Vita with a couple of powerful hits on Tombstone right there. Oh, swinging and miss was Vita that time. Big hit from Tombstone. Vita in a lot of trouble, lost another piece of armor. And it's over. Tombstone has won again. And who knows about what? Right out of the gate. Oh no, this is the end. It's over. Oh, and it's over. Get anywhere with him. Oh, out of the box. And it's over. Oh, no. He's been offended. Trying to right himself. Can he do it? No. Bronco says, get out of here. Oh, and it's over. 2 slipper box. Oh, whiplash upended there. Oh, out of the box. Bronco right there. Oh, and he's gone. Back down again. Bronco says, not yet. Back up again. Tombstone stuck. And he's out of the arena. And it's over. Oh, there it is. Barney kills his gun. Himself out, slamming it inside. Oh, it's over. We're flying around the arena. Oh, could this be it? And it's over. It's right after Tombstone. Oh, got Tombstone upended. Could this be it? Standing up like a top. Right back again. Oh, now Whiplash has got ducked. Oh, and it's over. Almost out of the arena, but it's right back. He's got Bronco upside down.
Dude, that was awesome.
Yeah, it was nice little clips of some of the highlights. I was trying to dig through some of the ones that I had, like tons of different highlights where these bots were just like flipping them like 2-3 seconds out of the gate. Unfortunately, that doesn't really help very much in my shorts because a 17-second short, which may get a lot of views, is not generating much time on the channel.
Yeah. Holy hell.
But one of the things I will tell anybody that does watch those BattleBot videos, and it's one of the reasons I have so much fun. We don't know the outcomes. We're not trying to make the outcomes happen. It's whatever happens. So.
Oh yeah, man. Do you and your brother make bets?
No. I mean, we do have our, our favorites and who we think could possibly win in some of these matchups, but it doesn't always happen the way we think. Like some of these things are just like complete surprises. Like, whoa, we didn't see that outcome happening. So,
dude, and I love that you you fix up a lot of them too. You put like little replacement parts and shit, and then you let them go. Dude, you do so much work on that stuff. So I'm glad that
I've got tons more that I'm working on too. I did have one that I was working on. It's actually going to be a guinea pig collective bot, which I wanted the people coming to watching the bots to actually name for me. I was going to put 5 names up and I was going to let them choose. Unfortunately, in the last round of testing, the new and improved weapon that I put on this damn thing broke the same way as the other one. So I'm back to the drawing board to create a new damn weapon again. I have to get more parts to get this same damn weapon style again so I could do all the modifications that I need to change it up. But oh god damn, like each time I get real close to having it done, it's something else breaks. And it's been the weapon twice now. The weapon just shattered when we were testing. But before we shattered, like, holy shit, this freaking bot was destroying almost every other bot that we were putting in the arena with it. It was like ridiculous. It was so overpowered.
Nice, man. Holy hell. You got to put some TNT in that.
But you know what? When we start hitting bots and like you can see in some of the videos, like pieces go flying. I had one piece of one of the bots came off and it flung right past my head at a high speed. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, damn, that was close.
Wow. That would have sucked if like next time we saw Tommy, he's like, he's got an eye patch. What happened? Well,
I'm getting the cybernetics in right now, so I'm wearing an eye patch just to cover up so nobody realizes what's going on.
Shh, don't let them know yet. Oh man, dude, I'm glad you're having fun with all those. 'Cause that's pretty damn awesome.
And dude, it is absolute fun. I mean, I have as much fun playing with those battle bots as I do like messing with a lot of these different toys. Whether they were Transformers, whether they're He-Man figures, it doesn't matter. I have an absolute blast with these things. I mean, it's something that a lot of us truly do need because there's just so much negativity and just
Yeah,
out there that I could sit there and I know that at any point, as long as I'm not waking the wife up out of her sleep, that I could sit there and play battle bots and just have fun, whether I'm recording them or not.
yeah, man. Well, that's it. That's a good point of having a fun hobby and things that you enjoy. Again, people have book collections, people collect figures, games, you name it. It's the stuff that that's what we want. We did Collectible Pass so we could enjoy more of the stuff. We could talk about what we have. Talk to people, in the chat as well about some of the things that they love and some of the collections that they have. I know Darren, like my father before me, like he's got some great figures. Oh my god, he used to send me a bunch of them on Twitter when we were doing some live stuff.
Adam's another one. Adam, and he's got some of the Lego things and all
yeah,
those belt collections from wrestling, like
hell yeah.
Soul Assassin. Yeah, we were talking about that just a little bit earlier, and it's backfiring on him. Vinny said,
yeah, it's going to be backfiring. They can't do it. There's too many things in place, and they tried something like that, a similar thing not too long ago. But no, they can't do that. They can't. That's it's ridiculous on every level. I think they're going to lose whatever lawsuits they do try to push in place. You can't go after
I think
people.
they will because our good friend Chris was worried about that because in case you didn't know, Infinitale Chronicles is based on a board game design that he was working on for a while, and he's worried about if he puts his board game out that he's going to get hit. And I'm like, I don't think they can because they can't claim that they own every board game in existence because that's basically what they're leaning towards by saying that. If it's even in that same genre, that's absolute horseshit.
Yeah.
Oh, Soul Assassin, who's the skeleton?
20-sided dice.
The skeleton is Fred. He has become a member of the family. Originally, he was supposed to be part of my Forest of the Impaled for Halloween one year, but the actual articulation on this skeleton is so damn good, and the work on it was so damn nice that I never put it outside as a stake skeleton, and he wound up sitting at the dining room table forever.
Holy hell! Well, wouldn't you need like 24,000 if you were going to recreate the Impaled?
Well, yeah. I wanted to put up like anywhere from 6 to 10 of them just to give the effect of it.
Oh, that would.
So I bought a whole bunch of the really super garbage cheap ones you can get from like Spirit of Halloween that are like hollow inside, and I literally staked them up in the lawn. But what happens, of course, in the Florida sun, that thin hollow walled plastic starts melting.
Oh yeah. Oh, that sucks.
No, I've been watching that show too. I've been watching new episodes. Matter of fact, there's a new episode out tonight that I'm going to watch for this year's BattleBot Championship. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. They had a bot last week. It was pepper. It was like a pepperoni or something. It was like a pizza and a pepperoni. It was like weird, really weird looking bot. And that thing, the design work on it was so horrible. That thing went down the way I thought it would.
Wow, that is pretty crazy. Jeez. What was I going to say? Oh, I did finish watching that show you told me about. The Empire, the Ottoman Empire versus Vlad. That was pretty awesome.
I told you that was a good series,
dude. Yeah, I dug it, and it kind of does go. They went a little bit closer with that one movie, Dracula Untold. Again, it's worth watching if you haven't seen it. I thought they did an excellent job, and they had some things that were pretty good or pretty close or closer to what history was as opposed to a lot of these other movies. Obviously.
And that's why I appreciate it because I did a lot of research reading into that kind of stuff. Yep. I mean, if you know anything about Romania, where it got its name from too, it was from the Romans because most people forget that the Romans had actually invaded most of that area and the Romans took that over. And that's why it was called Romania. and they were using it for the mines that they had, because they had like I can't remember if it was silver. I want to say they were silver mines or something that they had there, but they were pretty much using Romania as like a mine deposit, basically, that they were taking riches from. But yeah, like some of the backstories on him, like the stuff where he nailed their hats down because he wanted to help strengthen their faith, like all that stuff was like, that's true to history. They didn't delve into the stuff where he was actually locked up in Hungary for a while. So the Hungary king actually had him locked up for a while, and he was apparently, according to legend, now they don't say if this is 100% true or not, but apparently he was so bloodthirsty, they were trying to say that he was impaling rats in his prison cell when he was in Hungary.
Oh, jeez. he really lost his freaking mind. Holy crap. But dude, he was brilliant on the battlefield, and the stuff that he did to intimidate people around. Like, holy crap. Yeah, those stories are insane. But yeah, I do remember hearing it. There's a couple other things that they left out too, which I was like, oh, why did they leave that out? Because when he invited the people over for dinner and everything, and then he had them executed. That's not how it went down. That's the thing they got wrong as well. He actually had them in his courtyard. He locked them in the courtyard, and then he poured boiling hot oil on them. He did some really messed up things for the treacherous and traders out there. He did it. There was a series of much darker things that he did. They hit kind of like the big ones, but they missed some key ones that, like, oh my God, how did you not do that? Because there was a reason he was so feared.
I did like how they start right off with him and the boyars that pretty much just disposed his father. He had them taken care of right away. And that's basically how history records it. And, Soul Assassin, you're absolutely correct. Dracula was a strong leader, and the people of that area still respect him to this day. Yeah, they absolutely do. And one other one, Soul Assassin, is the bot with the hammer, the one who did the transition surgery for art's sake.
Holy crap. No scalpel, just a hammer.
Yeah. Are your battle bots called? Are your battle bots called Perlman and don't say Gash?
You should name one of them that. We should print out like his face and put it on like a sticker on the back of one of them.
Yeah, Vlad Tepes.
Yeah, and the Gash. Dude, that was one of the most horrific things he did. 24,000 bodies he had impaled at one point, just to scare the Sultan and everything, and put that fear in them, and it worked. They shit their pants. They call it the forest of bodies.
Yeah, and later on they call it the forest of the impaled. The one thing they did get wrong in that series, though, they said that they sharpened, or should I say, they pointed the stakes. They did not point the stakes. That would be counterproductive of what they want to do. The stakes were actually rounded.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So when they went up, it didn't kill you right away. They wanted you to sit on that thing and suffer. So is something, what they were saying is like, oh, they would aim it towards the stomach and push it out. No, they didn't. They just they stuck your ass on there, literally. Yep. And gravity worked its magic, and wherever that thing came out is wherever it came out from your body weight.
Yep. Most times they said it came out either through like the throat or the like the trap area, like around the collarbone, somewhere around there, usually where they popped out. Horrific, though. Absolutely horrific.
Vlad the Impaler would make a cool guinea pig name. Stripe would. You know what? If there was an 80s reference to that, there would be a guinea pig, but all the guinea pigs are 80s reference. So unfortunately, there is nothing that could fit for a guinea pig on that.
Yeah. Will, you're not wrong. Holy shit. I'm not going to read it because Mama Susan's going to get us.
Yeah, just gave it to them where they wanted it.
Right?
All that and no lube, you monster.
I thought they...
Flat Tempest.
Oh, shit. Quote of the night right there.
I don't have a drive-by thing on this one either. Damn it.
Oh, yeah, we'd have to switch. Yeah, we got all the good ones on
Oh,
the
wait a
other.
minute. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
What car is that coming up? Creeping. Drive by.
Hey, what's up, manliness and motivation? Kevin Spacey, the teenage impaler. Oh, no.
Oh, my God. Holy hell. Hold on, we got it here.
Not okay.
I tell you, one thing when we're talking about some of these toys that I've been trying to pick up, one of the ones that drove me absolutely batty trying to get into the collection was the glow-in-the-dark Frankenstein from NECA.
Yeah.
And after I found it, I told you, what did I tell you? I said, now that I found it, I bet you I'm going to see it all over the place. Guess what I've been seeing every time that I go to Target now?
Wow.
The glow-in-dark Frankenstein. Every single time. Like, and I'm just looking at it like, son of a bitch. Son of a...
Yeah, by me, it's only the mummy one and some werewolves here and there, the glow-in-the-dark ones.
I really hope that they continue doing those glow-in-the-dark ones. I really do like those things because, once again, that's nostalgia for me. Yeah. That's some of the stuff that when I was a kid that they were coming out with, like Burger King had some of those little mini figures that they came out for the Universal Monsters, and some of them were glow-in-the-dark. Like I remember the Creature one was glow-in-the-dark. They had a Frankenstein, the Dracula. I don't think they had a Wolfman that was glow in the dark, but they did have a mummy one that was glow in the dark as well. And I always remembered those things, and I just thought they were so cool. But those things were tiny. Matter of fact, I think they were even shorter than a 3 3/4 inch figure. I think they were more like a 3-inch figure. But awesome little figure. I still have a few of the ones that are like full colored in the back, and I think we only have one glow in the dark left, and that's the Creature from the Black Lagoon, and that one is actually still sealed in the Burger King bag.
Oh wow! Holy hell! By the way, too. William, he had tagged me on this. So here's that the Power Rangers figure that he was talking about, and yeah, he goes, yeah, your friend, yeah, this looks nothing like Serena. Absolutely nothing like her. I don't know what the hell they did.
It wasn't made for you. It wasn't made for you.
That is god awful. That is not Serena Vincent. I don't know who this is.
Lizzo as one of the grapes, the singing grapes.
Holy crap, that's terrible. She should sue them. Holy crap.
What's up with the big dildo machine behind her?
I don't know. That's weird. They might repurpose that in a G.I. Joe weapon, watch. Or a Transformer cannon.
It looks like Bruce Jenner.
It does. This is horrible. That hair is terrible. The nose is huge. I don't know who. Oh my god, that is really, really bad.
Hey, do you want to come home with me tonight? Ugh.
Sorry. That's really bad. Hold on.
Yeah, that was mentioned earlier in the chat.
Yeah, for those who don't know who she is. She's also on my channel too. She came on for I think we did an hour and a half interview a while ago. She's awesome. But yeah, this is Serena Vincent. Did that figure look anything like this? No, it did not.
They had about as much detail in that figure as the old Kenner Star Wars line.
Yeah, I'd say so. I probably got to be careful with what I'm clicking here, but. And this is closer to, I guess, when she did the show. Let me find a shot that's a little bit cleaner or clear. Yeah.
Cleaner?
Oh. Well, there it is. No. No. Like I said, she's an actual friend and a good person. But yeah, no, that looks nothing. That figure looked nothing like her at all. Hasbro, you suck.
I just don't understand how they can do it right so often with some of these other figures, and it's just like such a humongous fail, like something like that. Once again, I was never a Power Rangers fan, and I've told all our Power Rangers fans like Angela's that. But once again, man, it sucks when it's a franchise that you know and you've loved, and they get putting new figures out there. We're gonna redo this line. We're gonna put figures out there for all you hardcore fans of this. The people that want to collect these things, and then they give you dog shit.
Yep. It's crazy. It's
Hey,
absolutely
take care,
crazy.
Time Prophet. Thanks for being here, man.
Yeah, man. Have a great night.
Time zone difference and everything. Appreciate it, buddy.
Absolutely.
Toy companies are getting lazy, Soul Assassin.
They
Absolutely.
are. But again, their prices are shooting through the roof. So man, they're just bending everybody over now.
Manliness and Motivation said if she needs a bicycle seat, he would volunteer.
Oh man. Like I said, she's a friend, and I don't know if she still watches the channel at all, so I'm not going to say anything.
It's not our fault. We have weirdos in the chat. That's
No,
okay. There's weirdos on the panel. I'm gonna fess up to that.
some stories of people at conventions, so never mind, man. Don't worry about it. No, manliness, you're good, brother. Holy hell.
Frankie's not helping.
You son of a bitch. Oh, man.
I'm surprised he didn't get a not okay for that one. Have you ever
Not okay.
There we go. Because I was going to say, I don't think you ever hit somebody in the chat for that yet.
Oh no, I think I have. I have.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, just not during this stream until now.
Frankie gets that dubious honor.
Yeah, right. Oh shit. But good stuff. Yeah, there's a few other figures I wanna get to, but I gotta make some time. I've been catching up on getting some work done. Again, the new computer, I'm painting up City of Venus stuff. So yeah, man, I am beat. We got to get back to the swing of things in a proper way. This month's already been kind of crazy at this point, but don't worry, we're gonna have more fun stuff. I'm not sure if I'm doing a stream tomorrow, but if I do, again, it should be around 5 p.m. That's usually the Friday Underground, and it's usually we'll pick a topic and something kind of crazy and kind of go off on it with a good panel of awesome people and great friends.
I'll tell you what, there's been enough panels or enough topics for panels for Sunday too. I mean, holy good God, with all the stuff that keeps getting released.
I know, but there's a lot of stuff we can't talk about, which really sucks. Because there's a lot of things I'm like, oh yeah, I'd love to talk about this, but we can't because Mama Susan would just be like, nope, goodbye, channel. So
we'll have to come up with codes. We'll have to pass them out on Twitter. So everybody, you'll have to share a code with a friend from Twitter.
Much like your Netflix accounts, everyone.
Oh,
shit. But yeah, no, well, we'll find more cool things to talk about too. Oh, if you guys haven't yet, if you haven't seen it, Pale Blue Eye, I think that was the name of it, over on Netflix. Fantastic movie. I recommend it. Frankie's seen it, said it was awesome too. It's Christian Bale. It's like a murder mystery thing in like the late 1800s. Fantastic movie. I highly recommend it if you guys want to see something pretty cool. Dug that. There's something else I saw recently too. Oh, I want to talk to Chris about the whole Thundercats thing. He was like such an advocate for that. I guess the 2011 version. I started watching it. I'm sorry, it is not superior to the.
Now I've gotten to this conversation with Chris about that before. I did not think it was better. I think the animation was really nice. Yeah. I thought the animation was decent, but the story and the way they did Lion, though, I think they cucked him in that show.
They did, and I thought the whole storyline with Mumra was retarded. They made him like a technological mummy type thing. I was so stupid. I really, really pissed me off. I'm sorry. When you screw up the villain that much, you lost me. You lost me on the story. Mumra is supposed to be this ancient evil. He's supposed to be closer to like, our kind of Egyptian stuff, but more evil. I don't like that they did him like this technology based thing, and he was working with the Thundercats, and no, that was horrible. Absolutely. And he basically they
powers of evil,
but transform they didn't say that.
This decayed form to Mumra, the ever living. That's the Mumra I want to hear.
Same. I thought his voice sucked, and he didn't even say the line properly. He didn't say evil forces. He said horror forces. Excuse me? No, there was a lot of woke shit in that cartoon from what I saw. I saw like the first 7 or 8 episodes.
Well, you know what? I think this is going back to the discussion we've had before too. I mean, we've had all these discussions at some point or another. I think a lot of people were just missing it because it was being peppered in so lightly at first that
Yeah,
people don't realize how far back this shit goes. Like I remember some of this shit being peppered in ever so gingerly in the 90s. It wasn't really prevalent, but it was the late 90s is when they first started to inject some of the shit into some of the cartoons and shows.
yeah. No, dude, I spotted a lot of this shit out a while back, and I'm like, nah, I don't like it. Like for whatever reason, like we didn't really have the woke stuff yet, like the terms that everyone was using like on a daily basis. But all that shit was there for sure, for sure. That's why I think a lot of that stuff failed too.
Right,
Yeah,
horror forces.
horror, horror.
Horror.
But I gotta say too, and I went back, like I watched like the first 2 episodes of the original cartoon. I'm sorry, that holds up way better. The storyline's way better. Mumra is actually terrifying in that. His whole kind of thing too with the mutants. Dang blasted mutants. There's my Panthro for you. But dude, I love how they did it. Like it made sense. It was awesome. I do not like what the hell they did on that 2011 cartoon. I'm sorry, and that whole shit too. I hated how they did Panthro when they eventually did bring him in. Like I thought it was pretty stupid. I don't like his look. Everyone gave Lion-O attitude, and they downplayed him for sure. Tiger made him look like a bitch at every moment that he had. Hated all that. I'm like, no, there's a reason why that cartoon failed. They missed the mark. And they took you out of what made Thundercats special or good. And I don't like that they had like all the Thundercats are pretty much already on third Earth for a long ass time. Like that also bothered the shit out of me. Nah, they screwed it up. Don't like it. Mm-mm. Yeah, he's like what, like a 15 or 16-year-old, something like that during that cartoon. Yeah, well, anything's better than You can't count Thundercats Raw for anything because wasn't it just like a phone thing or some shit? It wasn't even released because it was garbage, total garbage. I don't know.
Well, they did something similar to that with He-Man and the Masters Universe on Netflix. After they did the first Revelation, they released some corny like cat art style He-Man shit on there too.
Yeah, there was something stupid. I think it was like all CGI or something.
Yeah, it was just like I just seen the when it pops up like what to watch, and I was like, I don't think so. I said if there was a way I could click on it and downvote it without actually making it look like I'm trying to watch it, I would downvote that shit.
Yeah, I don't blame you, dude. Again, there's just so much garbage out there. But that's kind of the thing. They want to destroy those characters, and they did a great job of doing it. But the toy companies still want to make money, so they're going back and they're re-releasing or they're making updated versions and more articulated stuff of the classic figures because it sells. Sorry, it still sells. People are still watching that stuff. If it's not on the streaming services, a lot of people still have the DVDs, the Blu-rays, and they rewatch them because they hold up. I'm sorry, Thundercats, the original 1980s cartoon, still holds up in a fantastic way. And nothing beats that opener, that I wish I could play it, but I know that they hit people for it.
Well, when I did the whole Thundercats breakdown on my channel, I had to clip it up into segments. So I would play a small portion of the song, and then I would play part of the Thundercats, the song kind of, but in the toy commercial. And then I would skip back to the intro. Like I had to cut up into teeny tiny little bite-sized segments so I wouldn't get hit for it.
Yeah, dude, I know. This is how they do it. It's crazy. And yeah, I'm not surprised. I seen what do you call it? That Mexican Aquaman. I see him like everywhere. He doesn't sell at all. And
Matter of fact, that was one of the things that I did see in the clearance today. There was a bunch of the Wakanda Forever toys.
Yeah,
and they were just sitting there collecting dust.
Yeah, there's a Best Buy that I go to every now and then too. That also they have that crap, and they have Eternals. Eternals they cannot get rid of. Even if it was like, here, this is a free figure, people will still be leaving them there. Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, it definitely is one of the top openers.
For sure, man, for sure. Dude, and again, the animation house that did all that stuff, they made like some of the, the best cartoons out there, the best like animes,
And that was a Japanese company that did that.
Yep.
Because Rankin Bass outsourced it to a Japanese company that they would work with.
They had like the character designs, and they had some storyboards that they sent over to them, and then they animated everything. So yeah, because I'm friends with one of the animators, Bob Camp, and he worked on both Thundercats and Silverhawks. It was the same studio that did both of them as well.
Yep. I've heard that one before, Manlyson Motivation Mask. I've also heard Jason Wheeled Warriors had an amazing intro as far as like, top notch.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Keely?
What's up, man? Yeah, I know Liam had done he'd done that a couple of times. He played like the openers to all these 80s and 90s cartoons, but obviously those streams didn't last. He had to nuke them all.
You're wrong, Vinny. You're wrong. Eternal save lives.
Hey, get ready. We got the Kraken variant coming at you.
The Kraken. I couldn't believe when I seen that. I had to send it to you. That's so ridiculous.
There's something way worse, but again, we can't mention it on here. Dude. This is just insane. Absolutely insane. But hey, you know what? We won't get into that conversation tonight. I hope everyone had fun listening to us babble and talk about the things that we love and the things not so much things that we didn't really love. But hey, Friday the 13th, we're also going to be hanging out over on ETEP's channel. We're going to be watching one of the Friday the 13th movies. And if you didn't vote yet, I think there's still time. So go check it out over on his YouTube channel and on his Twitter, I believe. So, I think it's going to be Jason Takes Manhattan. I think that's what we're going to be watching over on his channel.
I like that movie. I never understood what the hate was on that movie. I like that one.
Well, it's been forever since I've seen it, but I mean, Crystal Lake, it's not attached to Manhattan. So that's the biggest problem with it. But, I know he had some awesome kills in that one. But I think
that thing when he's walking down the street and he kicks over the boombox and lifts his mask up. I know there were some comedy elements in there, but that shit just cracked me the hell up.
Yeah.
And then after that, though, he blows through that freaking door in that diner.
Yeah, dude. Like I said, it's been a minute, so we'll watch it anyway tomorrow. It looks like so. Everybody, tune in on that. Dude, Jason Lives is like my favorite one. That's part 6, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Dude, that
part 5 is the one that's best avoided and forgotten.
Okay. Yeah. I'd say so. But yeah, man, good stuff. So, I got to see who else is streaming more of this stuff because I think I'm gonna end up watching more than one tomorrow. It'll be a good time for sure.
No, it was the boombox he kicked over. Yeah, and afterwards, Draven says, then after that, after watching the movie, we're going to be doing Dynamite and Rampage.
Yeah, dude, that's right. I heard there was some cool stuff that happened too during the Wednesday show. At least one of my friends was telling me. But yeah, no, it's going to be good.
Yeah. It's going to be awesome. I know I got to get something for tomorrow because tomorrow, Friday 13th is one of my favorite movies of all time. Mm-hmm. So I'm probably going to have to put up at least one figure review. Maybe I'll dig out some of my old Jason masks again. I'm going to have to put one of the pigs in a mini Jason mask as well.
Sweet. Dude, yeah, man, go for it. That's going to be some good stuff for sure. Friday's going to be a good one. We got a lot going on. So, Tommy, anything else you'd love to let the people know?
Guys, it's the same as always. Be sure to stop by and check out the shorts until I can get this situation still fighting with the situation with the PC so I can start doing regular full-length videos. But at least I have enough material that I could go through my editing software and put together clips again for some of these shows eventually. That will lead back into going old school again, which would be once a month. So stay tuned for that. And, of course, just keep having fun, man. If you ain't here having fun, then why are you bothering at all? Stop by, support the pigs, watch the videos. YouTube doesn't want me to have watch hours. Help a pig out. Guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for having fun with us. Remember, never let anybody tell you what you can and can't say, what you should or should not watch, because your silence gives consent then you wind up being somebody who tries to rip off everybody else's sayings. Thanks for being here, everybody. Later, y'all.
He's not wrong. So you heard the man. And also again, for those, I mean, if you haven't picked it up yet, they ship immediately. We have Shadow of the Kraken, my 52-page pirate story. I am working on City of Venus 2 right now as well. But yeah, if you want some good stuff, you can get it right away. I got 2 other awesome projects. Again, Friday the 13th is tomorrow. So if you want to get into the mood, also grab Through the Woods. I mean, that's right up your alley. If you're especially if you're a Jason fan, for sure. We got some dark stories in there, some good stuff. Yeah. But Aaron, please have a great night. Be kind to one another. Kick ass while you create. And don't take shit from nobody. That's how we roll here. So, let's see what we could go out on. Actually, we could switch it. We could go out on some on some woo. You want some woo, everybody? Woo! Some good old Ric Flair, because you can't beat Ric Flair, especially in these days, this day and age. Everybody, peace out.
I want to see it. Let's see what you got. Limousine riding, jet flying, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, son of a gun that could kiss any woman right here, even that fat one, and make her cry. Brother, watch this, girls. Woo! Woo! Hey! Woo! Woo!